What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are covering part 1 of a 4-part series about navigating your Caspa application. My hope is that after watching these videos you'll be more confident in applying to PA school. This video is also sponsored by My PA Resource. Now I'm not saying that to get into PA school you have to pay to have your personal statement professionally edited and revised, but if you want peace of mind, if you want to know that whenever you submit your application you have one of the best personal statements, I would highly suggest that you take the time to have it professionally looked at. Today, if you use my code, daywithapa, all one word, no spaces, you'll save 10% on any one of their products. So, with that being said, let's get into this video. One of the first questions you're gonna be asked when starting your Caspa application is, when do you plan on attending PA school? This question isn't that important. They just want a general idea. So if you don't know if you're gonna attend PA school in the fall, the spring, the winter, it doesn't really matter, just get the year right. Next, you'll see a screen with literally every PA program in the United States. This is where you'll choose which programs you want to apply to. You can go back and add more. It doesn't have to be finished right at this time, but if you want to start adding programs, now is a great time to do it. The first program that you apply to is going to cost you $179. Every program thereafter will cost you $52. If at any time during your application you have a question about something or want a topic clarified, you can use the blue question mark in the top right corner of your screen, and that'll actually take you to a frequently asked questions page, which has a lot of great information. Also housed in this corner of the screen is a little notification bell. When you start to receive your transcripts back and submit your application and do things like that, you'll get notifications from Caspa telling you where you're at right now. Finally, if you click on your username in that corner of the screen, you'll see a little drop-down menu and a section titled Fee Assistance Program. If you click on this, you can figure out how you might be eligible to have that initial $179 waived from your application. This part of your application with the 4 squares, it's what I like to refer to as your dashboard. It's really where you're going to be able to track your progress and see just how much you have left when applying. On the main screen, you'll also see a tab called Add Program. At any point while you're working on your Caspa application, you can add more programs that you want to apply to. Next up, we have the tab called Submit Application. If you click on this, you'll see all the programs that you're applying to and which ones are actually complete and ready to be submitted. You don't have to submit all of your applications at one time. You can do them individually. Just keep in mind when the program deadlines are. Finally, the Check Status tab is where you can look at the progress of all the transcripts that you've sent to Caspa, as well as look at the individual programs that you've submitted and check to see whether or not your application status has changed to complete, which is what you want. So let's start off with your personal information. This section is the easiest to complete. It'll take you about 10 minutes. I would recommend doing it first. The first thing you'll see in this part is the release statement. You're essentially saying yes, that you agree to allow Caspa to release your information to the programs that you're applying to. Your biographic information is essentially who you are and where you were born. Your contact information is your current address, as well as your phone number and email address. Under the citizenship information, they're asking you whether or not you are a US citizen, what your residency status is, and whether or not you have a visa. Race and ethnicity is pretty self-explanatory. Other information is really a collection of random questions. They're wanting to know whether you've ever been in trouble with the law, had a misdemeanor, whether you've applied to PA school before or not, your military status, and so on. So that wraps up this part 1. It was kind of an introduction to Caspa and how to fill out your personal information within the application. Stay tuned for part 2 when we tackle the academic history.